I'm Budo Jake, and I'm here with AJ Agazarm. Brought AJ in today because we make a lot of videos on jiu-jitsu, but another thing that's popular with a lot of jiu-jitsu guys is acai. I eat it every morning. I know you eat it morning, breakfast, and breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Lunch, in between.
Right, it's an awesome meal, and you're probably the guy that I know that knows most about it.
Acai is a superfood from Brazil. It's super healthy, super tasty, super good, and I'm an acai fanatic. So today, we're gonna show you how to make an acai bowl. The first step, and this has actually kind of changed for me, is a lot of people would usually use apple juice or maybe coconut water to help with their consistency in the blending process. But now I've kind of migrated more to using Hawaiian papaya. It's a great way to help with the consistency of the blending process, and it's really super tasty. When you're cutting your papaya, you just want to slice it right down the middle, and it's going to open up, and you're going to see a lot of seeds. And I just kind of glide my spoon through there, kind of just precision. Now that we have the seeds out of the papaya, I just take a spoon, keep it in the, I don't take it out of the casing, and I just scoop it right in the blender. You can use your spoon just to kind of take away from the skin. Usually if I'm making a bowl for just myself, I use just half of the papaya, and I put this back in the fridge and use it for the next time I'm using it. But since we're making for both myself and Jake today, we are going to use both. Next step after the papaya, I use banana. And this may come as a surprise to you as you guys might not expect it, but I actually just take the whole banana and put it right there in the blender and blend it up.
No way.
I'm just kidding. No, just peel the banana and break it off in half. Helps the consistency. Obviously, if those of you who are sugar sensitive, stay away from bananas. Next step for the acai blender is our acai. It comes perforated, this package, so you just simply peel off the top. It's a Ziploc baggie, open it up, and you get 4 individual packets, smoothie packets. And I just take the packets, I'll take 2 at a time, and I cut right down the middle. Now I have here, I just simply take the packets, fold them in half, and I squeeze them out. Last one here. You can see we're almost to the top on our blender, and that means it's time to blend. Put the top on. I have a jammer here. This helps because sometimes, you know, you're not really getting the consistency and it's not blending really well. And we'll get started. While it's blending, I add a little bit of this organic raw blue agave. It's kind of like a honey. And I use a little bit now while it's blending, and I also use a little bit in the end when I'm using the topping, just to add to the sweetness. Not a lot, just a little bit. And then I finish blending. Mix it up a little bit more. And we're ready to eat.
So the acai is mixed. I see a lot of interesting toppings here. Yeah. A lot of people have different types of toppings they put on. What do you like to put? Yeah,
just like you said, a lot of people get creative here, and I encourage you guys to just take a little bit what I do and try it for your own self, and maybe you come up with other things that you'd like to even share with me. But the next thing, the first step I do is I take a little bit of the granola, and I just put right there on the bottom of the bowl, just kind of like a surprise at the end. For those of you who like surprises. And then it's time to put the acai in the bowl. As you can see, it's not dripping. It's not like a liquid. It has a good consistency to it, and it's just the way that you'll find it just enjoyable. That it's not like soup.
And it's not like ice cream either.
Right. So I just then scoop it right in there. I make sure I have enough here for Jake. And now we're ready to get creative with our toppings. The first thing after this, I just take this granola and I put it right on the top. If I was making for myself, I would use my hands, but since I'm making for Jake too, I will use a spoon. Be polite. The next thing I like to put on the topping for my acai bowl is a mango. And there's a kind of a creative way to cut your mango here. You don't want to just kind of peel it off and that sort of thing. I found that once you can know where the seed is, there's a seed right here in the middle. It's not too big, but you just cut it right down the side. And you're going to get a half here. And it's called the hedgehog technique. And you'll see why I call it a hedgehog technique, is I'll just make parallel lines with the mango and then perpendicular for all you math majors. And then check it out. I just simply take, this is a technique that I learned from my professor on how to cut a mango. I just go like this, and it kind of looks like a hedgehog. So now I just take this and I put these mango pieces right in the bowl. Sometimes it goes right in. I even got a little bit in Jake's bowl, but it's all good. It's just mango pieces. And then same again here for Jake. I just cut them right in there. Sometimes you get some that don't go in. That's no big deal. The next thing that I like to do is I add these hemp hearts. I just open up my bag here, right here, and pour a little bit of toppings there. After that, go to the supermarket. Make sure you have some fresh blueberries, organic blueberries preferably. And I actually just do the same thing. I just put the blueberries right there in the bowl. And after that is the strawberries. Same thing here. I just cut the top of the strawberry off and I slice right down the middle. And I just put a couple strawberries. You don't have to get too crazy. Okay, the next step, cut the kiwi. I take my knife and I slice right here on the ends and open up the kiwi. Now, I take a spoon, wiggle your spoon right there in underneath the skin to meet the kiwi, and you do a circle motion. Usually it doesn't come out, but you just do a circle motion to just scale along the skin, and it's going to pop out a full kiwi ready to be sliced. And you slice it right in your bowl. The next step after is this stuff called bee pollen. So I just take a little bit, put it right here, sprinkle it on top, like if it were sprinkles, but the healthy version of sprinkles. Coconut flakes. And same thing, I just sprinkle a little bit right on top. And the last, but certainly not least, is your organic raw blue agave, separate from honey, just a more healthier version, help it for a sweeten, and you just right there on top.
AJ, this looks amazing, but I just don't know where to start.
Let's start here. Let's turn. So the acai bowl is packed with stuff right now. It has all kinds of fruits, hemp seeds, coconut, and it's almost too pretty to eat. Make sure you get an Instagram photo of your acai bowl. If you want to tag me, I'm at the Florida Boy. I'm on Twitter, always talking about acai in my training and things that I'm doing. So the way to start an acai eating bowl is I don't just eat the little fruit all by itself. I don't pick up a mango. Maybe you can if you want, but all this is great, all with the acai. So I start from a little bit over and I roll it right in and I mix it right in. Let's go for it.
All right. That's excellent.